All right, I'm on the phone with Maine Maritime Academy head football coach Chris McKenney. And, Coach, thanks for joining us again.
Thanks, Chris. Good to be with you.
What a way to end the season, a nice victory over the Bison.
Yeah, great victory, total team effort. We played some great defense. We went 3 for 3 in the red zone with the offense. We kind of had to pound it away a little bit, but we scored when we needed to, and played well on special teams, and just an all-around great effort with a lot of kids contributing. With kids that were banged up and players stepping in at different spots, and just an overall great team effort.
It's got to be kind of bittersweet to have the season come to an end. I mean, you've been working on this since mid-August with these guys, and when the season comes to an end, it comes to an end, and it's like a crashing kind of halt.
Well, yeah, things are a little bit different once the preparation for games is over with. But the great thing is we ended with a win, and we ended with 2 out of the last 3, and so we've got some momentum carrying over into the weight room this winter, and also a great way for our seniors to go out. They got the Admirals Cup back this year, and we won on Senior Day at home, and we got them their last game of the year. So certainly there are some positive things in the year, and for me, I like the season to keep going, and we'd love to keep playing. But it was a great way to end on Saturday.
What do you do now? Obviously, there's recruiting. What do you do to occupy your time?
Well, the kids the players are still, they'll be resting up for a few weeks here and catching up on some studies and healing a little bit, and then they'll get back into the weight room and start to get ready for the winter training session. We'll be heading right out on the road and into the high schools and recruiting, and so there's no rest with that. But certainly we get to work again right on to next year.
In terms of the off-season lifting, what is that, 3 days, or how does that work?
Yeah, we've used different variations. We're probably going to be somewhere in 3 or 4 days once we get back in January. That middle section there around finals in December, they'll be doing some of the things on their own, and then they'll get in with a strength coach on when they get back for the winter session, and they'll take that right to the spring ball.
I know. So spring ball, when does that start, and what's involved in that?
Well, we can't use pads or anything, but okay. We can use a football and run through our plays and defenses, and it's also conditioning and weightlifting involved with that. So there's 4 weeks of 4 practices, and that's really right at the end of the school year. We leave about 2 weeks to the end of the semester, and we try and get out there. Hopefully the weather is good and there's not a lot of snow, and then we go 4 weeks in a row, and then we send them off to wherever they're going on crews or co-ops or internship jobs.
I mean, and that's tough because most of these guys, as you mentioned, they're on board ships or they're in co-op jobs. So coming back, I mean, it's a whole new type of reacclimation. I mean, it's going to be hard to be football ready when you're on a ship for the summer.
Well, it's certainly different than a lot of other programs, but our kids do a great job of doing the best that they can with it. Some kids have better weight room facilities than others, depending on where they are in the world or the country, and they do the best that they can, and then we do what we can when they get here.
Right.
But yeah, we try and get as much out of them for spring ball, and then send them off with the programs that they can work on and the things they need to work on, and they're in a lot of different locations, and they usually do a great job of preparing themselves to come back for preseason.
Well, Coach, I really appreciate the fact that you've taken the time on Monday mornings all season long. I know listeners and viewers have enjoyed it and given us a chance to kind of go behind the scenes and get a little bit more out of the Maine Maritime Academy football team, and I really appreciate your willingness to share with us.
Well, thanks, Chris. It's been great, and I've enjoyed talking about a lot of different things throughout the season, and we really appreciate you covering us.
All right, Coach. Best of luck off season, and we'll talk to you next August.
All right. Thank you. Enjoy the winter. Bye-bye.